Hey, Jason here with SunFrog.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to target shirts on Facebook based on precise interests. Okay, so let's just say that we wanted to sell to the horse market, and maybe I wanted to sell this shirt here, I kissed a horse and I liked it. I'm going to show you exactly how to find the most passionate buyers in the horse market. And of course, you can use this same method for any type of niche or any market that you want to go after. So let's just go over here to the Facebook Ads Manager, and we got here by going to business.facebook.com, and you can go to the Ads Manager. And here inside the Ads Manager, you will see detailed targeting. And I just want to show you for an example what a lot of people may do if they were going to target the horse niche is they would just type in the keyword horses. Now this is the big broad keyword of horses, and it's way too big to advertise, especially right off the bat coming out the gate. You can see just in the US this is a 21 million audience. So here's the problem targeting such a big broad keyword such as horses, where there's 126 million people in this audience. The problem with this is that most people seeing your advertisement, they're not going to be your buyer. They have no interest in buying a horse t-shirt or horse product, because you see this big 126 million audience here is just general people that may like horses. But just because you like horses, it doesn't mean that you're passionate about horses. So for an example, I could be on Facebook and I could like a post related to horses, or I could see a video about a horse and I could like that video. And now I'm going to be part of this big broad bucket interest horses. So now if you was to run an ad to this keyword, you could target people like me that just happen to like a horse video. However, I'm not going to buy a horse t-shirt. I'm not that demographic. I'm not your market. So I'm going to show you how to find within this big broad market horses. I'm going to show you how to find the real precise passionate horse buyers that are more likely to purchase your products. So let's hop on over to Google, and this is where we're going to do some of our keyword research for interests to target within Facebook. Now, what we're looking for here in Google is we're actually looking for what I call a buyer interest. Now, a buyer interest is an interest that only someone that is in the horse market and purchasing horse products would know about. So for an example, one good buyer interest is magazines. So I could type in horses magazine. Now, if you are part of this interest of a horse magazine, then you are definitely passionate about horses and you definitely buy horse products. So for example, we have horse and rider. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy these URLs and I'm going to pop them here in my Excel sheet for interest list. So we'll just pop in horse rider. We have horse magazine. And if you're not sure what the magazine is, then you can just sit here and read it. So, for example, here is committed to helping horse owners achieve a better understanding and appreciation of the nature and needs of the horse. So people that read this magazine is trying to achieve a better understanding and appreciation of the nature and needs of a horse. So this is a horse owner or someone that purchases horse products. The same type of people that buy this magazine are the same type of people that are likely to buy our horse t-shirt. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to go through Google and we're just going to build up a big interest list of buyers' interests for the horse market. Horse and Style magazine. Get the most out of your time with your horse and practice riding. That's a good one. Speed Horse magazine. Speed Horse provides timely coverage of the quarterly horse racing industry. The Trial Rider magazine caters to trial and horseback riders. So these are magazines for horseback riders. And we'll just keep coming through here and building our interest list. And we can also check out some of these related keywords. So let's see, horse magazine free, horse and rider, horse magazine subscriptions. That's a good one. So this is a buyer's interest. They're paying for subscriptions. Horse and rider, we have that one. Horse illustrated. Here we go. And once we have a good list here, let's see the top 10 horse magazines. So this is a good one here. It shows us the top 10. I'll just pop a lot of these in here. Horse and rider, that's the popular one. Western horseman. Now, once we have a good list here, we're going to go back to business.facebook.com, and this time we're actually going to go to Audience Insights. Now, Audience Insights is a free tool that Facebook offers that lets you type in some interests and dig deeper into your interests, and also find other interests that's related to your interests. So we want to do everyone on Facebook, and what we're going to do now is we're going to start popping in some of these interests and seeing if they pop up in Facebook. So this didn't pop up that way, so we're going to want to try to remove the .com. Maybe try to spell it out. And there we go, horse and rider. Horse and Rider magazine. All right, let's keep digging. We got Horse and Magazine. Let's take away the .com. Here we go, Horse Magazine. There we go. Now, sometimes these interests do not pull up, so don't get discouraged if they don't pull up. You just move on. There we go. However, we're getting pretty lucky here. It seems like a bunch of them are definitely popping up. Horse and Rider. Nope, that's not it. We'll just continue going down this list, and right now we are building a list of buyers' interests that we can target on Facebook. And so far we're having a lot of luck here with most of these actually showing up. And sometimes they will show up with a .com, so you always want to kind of remove the www first. See if it pops up with a .com. If it doesn't, remove the .com and then kind of space it out. And we're almost here at the bottom. That one didn't show up. It's okay. We have two. Let's see if we can see what the difference is here. There we go. So one's magazine and one's not. So we'll go with the magazine. Western Horseman. And the last one here, the Trail Rider. Okay, so now we have a good list here of precise interests, buyer's interests that we found on Google that we can actually target on Facebook. And if we come up here, we can see that we have an audience of 150 to 200,000 people. We can see the age and gender for the demographics. So this is 71% women, 29% men. So now this is when things get really interesting. We're going to come here to page likes. And we're going to come down here to the page likes section. So now we're trying to find other interests based off an affinity. And affinity is how likely your audience is to like a given page compared to everyone on Facebook. So by doing this, by adding our precise interests in here, now we can find other pages that are highly likely to be the same type of group as the audience in this interest. And since this is a buyer's group, these could also be highly likely buyers groups as well. So we already have a Western Horseman, Horse and Rider. We don't have Horse and Rider magazine. So let's copy and put that in there. There we go. So we had Horse and Rider books. Let's remove that. Horse Illustrated. That's a new one. Let's pop that in here. Anytime you have double digits over here, that's really good. So you're seeing like 40s and 50s. This is amazing. That means that these people are 40% more like these audiences than any other given interest on Facebook. There we go. Horse Illustrated, Horse Rider, Quarterly Horse News. And once again, some of these may not pop up, but in this case they are. American Horse Association, that sounds like a good one. If you're a part of a horse association, then that definitely means that you're a horse lover. Okay, now going up, now our audience is 500 to 600,000, so that's very good. So now we can create an ad on Facebook. So now we're going to select our marketing objective, and if you're not really sure how the marketing objectives work, then you can check out the marketing objectives training video in the Academy. I created a video going over each objective, but for now we will just go ahead and do the send people to a destination off of Facebook. So we want to send website clicks to our horse shirt click to website. Continue. And I'm not going to go over the whole ad setup because we have other videos doing that. Right now I just want to show you the interests. So you can see that all of our interest was pushed through from Audience Insights to the Ads Manager. And we can actually keep digging a little bit more to find audiences. So now that we have told Facebook the type of audiences we're going for, they're going to do a good job of suggesting other related interests. So we can see Horse Sport Magazine. We can see natural horsemanship. And we're looking for more precise interests that could be buyer's interests. Anything with a .com is very, very good. So like as you see when we were searching, we didn't really see much of the .coms, but anytime there's a .com, that's really powerful. That's a very good interest. So we're going to add that one to the list. Here's another .com. Here's another association. Another association. And just so you know too, you could actually split this up. So you could do one ad for all the associations. You could go back in Audience Insights and you could start typing in the associations and find all the different associations. Then you could do one campaign ad set for magazines, and you could also do a campaign for the .coms. Then once you have your interest ready to go, now you're ready to run your ad on Facebook. And just to recap, you've learned how to dig into precise interests. So instead of going after the big general horses that had over 126 million people in that group, now we're actually going after the precise interest within that group. So we're going after the magazines and the buyer's interests and the associations. And the only way to be a part of these groups here is to actually be a horse owner or somebody that buys horse products. These are the most passionate of the passionate of the horse market. So if you market to these precise interests, your ads are way more likely to convert than if you were to go after the big, broad horses.com.